What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy, Walter. It's been a minute since I've made any videos or uploaded any content, at least to YouTube anyway. But for today's video, this first video back, we're going to need to do a little bit of a change of scenery, so give me just a minute. That's better. Welcome to vrchat, the arguably biggest place for furries to gather from all around the world, and a great way to meet other furries just like you. Or who knows, maybe you're not a furry, maybe you're somebody that's just curious and wanting to learn more about fandom. Well, vrchat is for sure the place to do that. In today's video, we're going to kind of spotlight some really cool worlds that are made by furries for furries. And I'm also going to show off a few avatars that are, created by furries and, maybe, introduce people to some species of things they might not have seen before. And I'll make sure to include all the proper credits for everybody that, created all the avatars and everything. They'll be both somewhere on the screen at some point during this video. And in the description box below, so yeah, let's, I guess, get things started here. So the first world I'm going to take you to, I'd be a bit remiss if I didn't show it to you because, it's kind of everybody's, starter furry world. It's called the Fur Hub. So come on, let's go check out the Fur Hub. Well, welcome to the Fur Hub. Actually, since I've been here last, they've definitely updated some stuff. But this is kind of the entranceway to the Fur Hub here. So yeah, let's go take a look. So as you can see here, this is the main lobby of the Fur Hub. This is where you load in and everybody kind of, comes in. As you can see here. Now, if you're an old player of vrchat, you might notice that the Fur Hub, it's a bit different than what it was, probably just even a couple of years ago. And that's because it's definitely been remodeled. And I'll be sure to show you there is, some absolutely wonderful recreations of the original one. That still has that gorgeous little gallery, as well as some of the avatars and stuff. This one's kept up, really nice with keeping the artwork of different furries and stuff on the walls in here. Still got the, this nice little bar back here that I think is actually kind of new, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's go up to the first floor and we'll check out one of the things that makes this world absolutely fantastic. So yeah, this is the second floor of the Fur Hub. Now you'll notice that there's all these different boards that you can go up to try different avatars. So if you're somebody that's unsure of what you want your vrchat species to be, there's plenty of options. You can mess around here. I know people, this is usually the first place I bring people because you can easily spend hours and hours just kind of hanging out and trying out different avatars. So here's cyberware, great starter for a lot of people. Those been around for quite some time. And this is kind of the area where you find a lot of the people that like to chill, which is mostly what this world is for, other than finding avatars. And it's just a really great place for other furries to meet each other in vrchat. Now, one thing I do kind of want to say about this world, and then we'll move on to the next one, its greatest strength is also its greatest weakness. Because of it having been around for so long, this world, you're going to end up getting a whole lot of trolls and not so necessarily nice people, because this is the easiest place to come and mess with the furries, you know what I mean? So if you come here, be on the lookout. Make sure if you're in any worlds like this one, turn on your safety settings. There's lots of videos for that, so I'm not going to show you how to do that here. But just kind of use your best judgment, because as gorgeous as the world is, and of course any other world, this is the internet, and unfortunately people aren't always so kind to the furry folk. But yeah, so this is the Fur Hub. This is just, like I said, a good place to come and chill and meet
other furries. Who knows? You might catch me here sometimes if I'm ever just kind of bored and wandering around in VR chat. Met some really great people here, so definitely come check out the Fur Hub. Alright, welcome to the next world. So this world is one of my favorite worlds, especially if you're somebody like me that does have a bit of a guilty pleasure for karaoke. Now there's a ton of other really great karaoke worlds scattered throughout VR chat. Some of them have a bit more advanced systems than this one does. There's one in another video that does have a bit better sync when it comes to your voices and everything, so people that are singing together aren't, several steps behind each other, and the same thing with the music. But for some reason, this is the one that I come back to. And I think it's just because I've met so many really awesome furries in the furry karaoke world. I mean, you can't go wrong here, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, let me just kind of show you around. Also, the thing about this one is that I can't not speaking to any other rooms or anything. But honestly, like, the selection here and the way things are laid out are completely unmatched. And actually, this has been very well updated since the last time I was here, which is awesome to see. I love coming to new worlds, especially after the holidays and after the New Year's, and seeing all the cool updates people do to their, to their worlds and everything. So yeah, let me just show you around a little bit. So yeah, this is the that's the karaoke screen. Here's the little cool song browser. Now, one of the things I love about this world, and I think was kind of missing at the beginning with, VR chat karaoke, there wasn't really a good queuing system. Well, this world, one person picks a song at a time. They get one person picks a song at a time. It's queued up, and so that way you don't have one person hogging everything. And also, without getting demonetized, so music might get replaced right now. They have this lovely little feature here, and lots of other karaoke worlds have it too, I'm sure. But they have this absolutely lovely little feature here that I am looking for something that won't get me copyright claimed. That'll work. So as you'll see here eventually anyway, the thing's gonna come down, and guess what? You're on your own little stage. So soon the music's gonna start, the little gates are gonna open and everything. If you're gonna come into this world, you gotta make sure you have your untrusted URLs on, so you can see the music and everything. And the great thing about this is there's a bit of like a sound barrier. So like if I'm on stage and I'm singing, the people here can hear me, but I can't necessarily hear them, which is great if you're one of those people that likes to do the whole solo karaoke thing. I'm more the kind of let's do bad karaoke and kind of hang out with people kind of person. But yeah, so this is furry karaoke. I'm not gonna sing here because you guys don't want to hear that, and I don't want to hear me while I'm editing this. But yeah, so this is it. And yeah, let's get off the stage here. There we go. And I haven't been through this little back lounge here, but this is a good place. Like, say you're done doing karaoke, and you just want to chill with some friends or something. They've got this nice little chill back area, kind of like a little lounge for everybody to hang out in. They've got this really awesome little TV back here if you want to take some pictures with your friends. I love that it's got different pictures on the screen here. That's actually a really neat feature. That's new to me. And yeah, well, this has been furry karaoke. A nice bed if you were somebody that likes to sleep in VR chat. I mean, the music might be super helpful. But yeah, so that's furry karaoke. Check it out sometime. Bring some friends. Come meet new people. This is the place where I think I've met the coolest furries that I've ever met. Everybody's so chill, so down. Not a whole lot of haters, not a whole lot of trolls come in here. I mean, of course, you get a few, but usually people just vote to kick them and you're good to go. So yeah, definitely come check out Furry Karaoke. All right, and on to our next world, which is going to be this next world. I think is going to be something that's going to blow your mind because it's somebody who's been playing vrchat for going on 3 or 4 years now, since prior to the human malware. We're going to a world that I have had the very great pleasure of watching develop, and it's something that still I think blows a lot of people's minds, especially if they're new to vrchat and are familiar with the furrycon scene. So yeah, let's go check out that world now. Fuck. Also, what is the name of this hotel that it's named after? Alright. Alright, so if you've ever been to Conference, then this world is going to look really familiar to you, as this is a recreation as detailed as possible of the Hotel Estrel in Berlin, where they hold Conference. Now, this is used now in vrchat for the VR companion to Conference, Virtual Ferrets. Just as a neat fact, you know, during the human malware, when all of that was going on, this world had a few people that worked at the hotel kind of come in during Virtual Ferrets and like work the front desk, so to speak, which is, I think, fantastic. And it shows really like how good of a community we have in those parts of that part of the world, that, you know, the hotel is willing to spare a few staff for something that we're doing virtually just because we can't be there to show our appreciation for that hotel in person. Now let's go check out this place a little bit. So first things first, when you come in here, this is a very like high detail world, just so you're aware. So something I always recommend people do when they come in here and play with these like quality sliders. It'll save your PC or whatever device you're using so much trouble. I think all the worlds that are in this video are Quest compatible, so your mileage may vary. I'm on PC, so some things that I'm seeing you may not see, but you know. Another great thing about this world is it has avatar pickup, which means if you've got a friend that is this big and you decide that you just need to yeet them, you can grab them and yeet. All right, so first things first, when you come in here, always grab your little card, and we're gonna go do something a bit different from a lot of the other worlds that are in vrchat. So, you know, this is, let me flip this around here. So this right here is the front desk and kind of the, you know, the hotel lobby. You know what hotels are like. This right here is the absolutely gorgeous recreation of this beautiful hotel. But who knows, maybe someday I'll get to go to a convention here. But like everything down to the fountain and the piano out here, that with a little bit of great news, you can actually come in here and play, and it works. You can even come in here and you've got like a MIDI keyboard, hook it up to this piano, and you know, have a good old time. All right, but anyway, so come along. Let's see what happens with this little card here. All right, so here's the cool thing about this world. So what you're gonna do when you come in here is you're gonna take your little exposure pay card. This is the only time it's ever okay to pay with exposure. Pay your artists. And you're gonna stick your little card. Don't drop these. By the way, these are local. Nobody else can see your card but you. So you put in your card. You select one of your rooms. We're gonna select the suite right here. All right, so you're gonna put in your card. You're gonna select room here. It's gonna sit for a second. You're gonna hit Doesn't matter which one of these you hit, but I always like to pay with exposure. And then you get this card. Keep eye on this number here. This is very important because the cards do not tell you your floor number. All right, so let's come over here to the elevator. And another great thing about this world, there's so many cool little details. Like, as somebody who's been in VRchat for a while, that I've just kind of, got to watch be developed. But these buttons, you can actually press the buttons. And now we wait for an elevator. And yes, you do have to wait kind of in real time for the elevators. These don't just teleport you up. There we go, it's about time. Elevator con, am I right? All right, and then you're gonna come in here and you're gonna select, ours was floor 11. And yes, if you select multiple of these, it will absolutely go to every single floor. So if you ever just wanna like mess with some friends that are in here, I highly recommend. I mean, doesn't hurt nobody. It's not like anybody actually late for anything. Do it here instead of at the cons, so that way we can all use the elevators. As you can see, it's counting up. We're going up in the elevator. Hooray! Floor 11. All right, come on, let's go. So, as you can see, you can't just open the door here, right? Because you need your key. Now, it'll open, and you can go inside. Now, but yeah, welcome. This is your hotel room. So we're gonna lay this here so we don't lose it. And a great thing, really cool about these hotel rooms, again, more just neat little features, is they have these nice little like TVs in here that do actually show like footage from the lobbies in the hotel, and then you can change it and look at a whole bunch of different stuff. This is the view from your Roomba. Mine's named Carl. If you see Carl, tell Carl hello. I mean, he's a good Roomba. Real good at doing his job. Takes it very seriously. Also, Roomba's local, meaning yours may not be in the same place as another person's, but everybody has a Roomba. But yeah, so definitely keep your eye out on the virtual ferrets side of things. They usually post on Twitter and on social medias and stuff when the next virtual ferrets is going to be. So yeah, definitely come check out virtual ferrets. Come check out this hotel. Just come here to vibe with some friends. Go play the piano. Go, explore this place. This place is awesome. As somebody who came here, as I mentioned in the beginning of us getting here, this place is insane and far beyond what I ever thought it would end up being. And I mean that in the best way possible because it's magnificent. So please, I cannot stress this enough. Come check out the virtual ferrets world. All right, let's go on to the next world, which is what? All right, so this next world is keeping in the theme with this one in virtual furry conventions. It's going to be the world that a lot of people are probably more familiar with, and it is the world for furality. Let's go there, and then we'll talk more about it. All right, so this world, as I mentioned, is for what I think is probably the biggest of the virtual furry conventions, furality. Now, this is for this year's theme, which is Furality Silva, which has this awesome, like, forest moon of indoor type vibe going on. Yeah, so let's go grab this zip line here and make our way there, if I can hold on to it. Excitement. Also, I don't know if this was actually like modeled off of like the forest moon of Endor, like from Star Wars. It just makes sense. I'm gonna name this one Carl, like the Roomba. But anyway, so this is Furality Silva. Obviously, the convention's not going on, so there's not really a whole lot going on here at the moment. But yeah, let's just take a minute and kind of look around this absolutely gorgeously made world. All of the Furality worlds, especially if you like neon and that kind of stuff, always look so gorgeous. The people that make these worlds cannot get enough credit for how well they do. But yeah, let's just go check it out. And you know, while we're walking through here, I'll just kind of talk about Furality a bit. So Furality, from all of my knowledge, was started in 2020, right around the beginning of the explosion of the pandemic. And it's been kind of a great place, not only for people to go that maybe can't go to furry conventions normally because of where they live or something like that, but it's, you know, like for people that are, you know, it's a lot, I'll say it's a lot easier on the wallet than going to a normal furry convention, but it's an absolutely gorgeous thing. And honestly, I recommend it if you can do it at least once, because I think the admission was like $10 or something like that last year, and all of it, just like with the normal furry convention, does go to charity. The first year was Save a Fox. This past not long ago, they were doing the last charity that they did, the first charity they did was for Save a Fox Foundation, and then I think the one they were doing most recently, and they used to have a board in here that had the how much was raised for charity on it, but I guess that's probably disappeared, or I'm not able to find it at the moment. But they were originally, even after, you know, Furality raising money for the relief efforts in Hawaii. So yeah, this is just something I highly recommend coming to check out. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. And go, if this isn't your thing, go check out the worlds for the other Furalities. Aqua's gorgeous, especially if you like under the sea type landscapes. Go check out just the Furality Gateway. There's a really pretty nice forest that's always good to go through. And if you're somebody like me that loves to take pictures in VRchat, cannot recommend it enough. So yeah, this is Furality. Give it a, or, you know, check them out. They haven't announced when Furality 2024 is going to be yet. Typically they do it like during sometime in the summer. I think the first one was done in like June or July of 2020, and it's usually about that same time. And they usually do like a weekend event somewhere in between there too. You know, just to kind of keep interest in this wonderful thing that you know, people have created. Just as a heads up, if you do come to Furality, safety settings, I cannot stress that enough, because, you know, lots of people have avatars that they're dying to show off to people, and it's great, but, you know, like, not everybody's PCs can handle that. So just as a heads up, you know, come check this place out. You will not regret it. Like, I cannot speak more good things about, you know, Furality and the team at Furality. Only having met them at FWA myself, they're all real cool people. Something I did want to bring up that I don't have a way to access here is, if you're ever at a convention, go and check out the Furality Gateway. Now, what is the Furality Gateway, you might be asking? Well, what if I told you they had a way that was set up so your friends in VRchat could come see you at a convention, and you could see them, but in VRchat? It's simply that. You go into a world, or they go into a world, and then some way they've got it all set up so that way at the convention you can see them in their VRchat form, and they can see you in your people form, or your fursuit form, whichever one you prefer. So that's just something I always tell people to go check out. Even if you only go in for like 4 or 5 minutes, it's one of the coolest experiences I've ever, it's one of the coolest things I've ever witnessed in VRchat, or just like in my time on the internet, which is a long time. I'm old. So, you know, definitely come check out Furality. Maybe attend this year, even if you don't have the funds. They do have this cool voucher that you can get. I won't go into too much detail about that, because I mean, it's $10, and you know, if you can spare it, it goes to a good cause. And I'll have all the links for Furality and Virtual Furrets, if that's still going on, in the description below. But yeah, so this is Furality. All right, so for this next world we're going to, it's a little bit of a shameless plug, but it's something I'm super excited about. So you might have seen a little bit of the world that we started out this journey in. Well, that world was created by yours truly, and it's a world simply called Let's Call This Home. Now, to go to this world, you will need to turn on your community lab stuff, and there's plenty of tutorials on how to do that. But I'm just gonna take a second, shameless plug, I know, to kind of show it off a little bit. So yeah, let's go check out this world. We won't be there for long. Welcome back to my home world. So as I mentioned, this world is called Let's Call This Home. My goal here was to, make it a good place that you and your friends could come and just vibe, kind of like, like that old feeling of being like, maybe you've got a friend's basement that you guys used to go and hang out in and, shoot some pool or play games in. It's supposed to be real cozy. That was my goal here. There's nothing super like specifically furry about it except for like my art of me on the walls. But yeah, this is a great place. You can come in here. I've got got a pool table if you want to, come in and play some VR pool. Your experience may vary as to how good you are. And hey, if you ever want to add me, I'll put my VR chat name in the description, and maybe you can come here and we can play some pool together. I've also got some chess and spin the bottle. And then, I have it queued up here, and of course this can be changed at will, but I just have a few fursuit dance competitions that are set to be queued up whenever you load into the world. Because if you're anything like me, fursuit dance competitions are my shit. I love fursuit dance competitions. Will I ever join one? Probably not. But yeah, this is just a cool place to come and kind of check out, So the next thing that we're gonna kind of get to, bit of a change of pace, but there's just some avatars that I kind of want to show off, some furry species that are specific to VRChat. Now, they might not be created in VRChat, but this is where you're going to see the majority of those creatures, essentially. So yeah, this is kind of it of me doing like a bit of a world showcase. And if you have worlds that you maybe want me to check out, and maybe I could do another follow-up video on, or you just want other people to see, or if you've got your own world, plug it in the comments. Don't link it because links get blocked, but put the name of it, put your username, whatever you're comfortable with. Show off your worlds in the comments below because I would love to go check them out. And who knows, maybe I'll make a follow-up video. So, the next thing that we're going to kind of cover is furry species. Maybe you're somebody that's having some trouble, you're new to the fandom, and you're looking for that first idea for your first persona. Trust me, we've all been there. Oreo here, which is like my actual main persona, had him for a very long time. The name Oreo took me forever to come up with. So, I just thought I'd show off, do a little showcase here of some really cool avatars and some cool species, maybe even give a little bit about them or plug them a little bit. So I guess the first thing I should, mention is this one. This is obviously not Walter, not a bull terrier. Unfortunately, I don't have a bull terrier avatar for VRChat or a panda for that matter. This is a Nardo-Ragon. This is a Nardo-Ragon. The Nardo-Ragon was made by Nardo-Riri and introduced in 2021. It's one of the more popular ones you've probably seen, just kind of running around VRChat. This is a public model. Sorry, Nardo. I apologize. I don't have the money to commission one, but who knows? Maybe someday I'll get one of these guys on my own because I love him. The next avatar that I'm going to kind of show off is actually a new one, just released on December 31st of this year. I found them because of a Rael the Protogen video. Shout out Rael. They're called Nova Beasts, so give me just a second and we'll swap over to that one. Is a Nova Beast. These are, like I said, brand new, absolutely gorgeous avatars. I don't really know much about the species or where the idea came from. All right, now this guy, this is actually one of my own personal avatars. This is Oreo, the Hopkin. Hopkins were created by Hobbit. They're one of the oldest species that I know that I've seen that were fresh to me in VR chat. Um, and I think they're just really cute. So this is a Hobkin. This one is as closely made after Oreo as possible. And Hobkins were created by the creator Hobbert. Great naming scheme, my guy. They're cute, they're mischievous little guys, and the great thing is, with VR chat's introduction of avatar scaling, these guys can be as short or as tall as you could absolutely want them to be. So yeah, these guys have been around for a bit. If you've never seen a Hobkin, I'd be more than surprised. They're not as popular these days, but still super cute. And maybe a great fit for somebody that likes something small with big old dangly ears. So this guy right here, this is a Best Boy created by the Best Boy Project. The only reason I'm shouting out the whole project is I wasn't quite sure who the original Best Boy creator was for VR chat, but I'll have their website and everything linked down below. Go check out their lore; it's actually pretty neat. Initially, these guys were based around Dutch angel dragons, but they've been changed and have their own lore now. And I think they're just really cute. They're also probably one of the most accessible for new avatar people or new VR chat users, because you can go and get the base model and everything for absolutely free, which is awesome, and I highly recommend doing it, especially if you're somebody that's maybe wanting to see about getting into avatar creation. Best Boys, one of the best options. Like I said, they're free. It doesn't cost anything. And I mean, that's kind of all I got to say about these guys. Definitely check them out. There you have it. VR chat. An amazing place for furries to meet other furries and go to worlds created by, you guessed it, more furries. When you're here, you're furry.